if you could talk about types of protein which are the best within the daily diet, within the daily intake, how much time it actually takes to digest the actual proteins, and what is the amount of protein that the body can actually digest when consuming it. And then the question added was, what is actually your best breakfast that you would recommend?
Okay, you see, I said earlier, each individual is different. But, if we gotta talk like a ballpark, how much you should have a protein at one sitting, I don't suggest more than, maybe 30 to 40 grams of protein, Of course, that's for male. And the reason why I say that, because if you're not blessed with good metabolism, people need to understand. If you have protein, like I said, you have 40 grams of protein, for an example, and then you end up having 2 cups of rice, right? So you have about, 70 grams of carb, 40 grams of protein. And if you're not one of the blessed guys, and you can only handle about 30 grams, for example, protein, that extra 10 gram, it's a lot faster to turn into glycogen. We all know protein can, turn into glycogen. And from that, plus the 70 grams you take, if your body cannot absorb all that carb, it's going to turn into fat. And when you eat a lot of protein, remember, please, to drink a lot of water, because the protein can become toxic to your, kidneys. So it's very important, if you take a lot of protein, to drink a lot of water with it. So it's hard to tell you, how much protein without you working with me, or working with somebody, so he can get to know your body. Or you can start trying, on yourself, see how much, I'll start with the lower end, maybe 25, 30 grams every 2.5 to 3 hours. The reason why I say every 2.5 to 3 hours, because, you have an amino acid pool in your body. And when your muscles go look for that, pool, if it's empty, you start losing your muscles a lot faster than the fat for energy. Like we said, the muscles can transfer into sugar. So that's why it's very important to remember, every 2.5 to 3.5 hours, make sure you have something with protein, so you keep your amino acid, full. And like I said, I'm talking bodybuilding. We're not talking about an average people. Average people, they can eat whatever they want. But if you want to become a successful bodybuilder, every 2.5 to 3.5 maximum hours, you should have some type of protein. It doesn't matter what protein you like. It's all good protein, as long as you have, of course, complete amino acid. So, you can have beans for protein, but it's not going to be complete amino acid until you mix it with rice. And a lot of people, they might think this is funny, but if you mix beans and rice, it becomes actually complete amino acid. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of stuff you can do without, it's not necessary you have to eat the chicken, but not necessarily you have to eat the steak. My preference, especially in the off season, to mix all different type of protein, so your body can be happy, your muscles can be happy to choose different protein, instead of being chicken breast, no. I don't like that. I like all different type of proteins, so your body actually keeps growing. The better mix you give it, the more growth you can have.
Okay, what was the other question? What was the best breakfast?
Oh, the best breakfast? I don't know. What's the best? With what I like steak, eggs, and oatmeal. This is my breakfast, and sometimes some toast, and I add apple juice. I give him cranberry juice. But this is what I like. I like steak and eggs.